Yo, what's going on guys, Dr. Brute 7 signing in back with another PlayStation Vita unofficial port tutorial. This time it's going to be the Conduit HD for the PlayStation Vita that just got ported recently by yours truly. Credit to these awesome folks. Now if you have been following my tutorial for quite some time, you should be all set. All you need are the necessary game files. If you want me to help you out even better, you can join my Discord server, but it's completely up to you. But please don't ask me where to gather the data files from here, because YouTube has its own policies and I'm not going to fuck up my channel by discussing any kind of information that I'm not supposed to. Make sure your PlayStation Vita has been jailbroken. If you want to know how to jailbreak your PlayStation Vita, please go to the link in the description. There should be 2 different methods. Take your pick. First time users, there are some requirements that you need to follow. I will walk you through it shortly. Connect your PlayStation Vita using Vita Shell with the help of a USB cable. Just go to the link in the description and download necessary files. First, we're going to start with the VPK. Just copy the VPK file, paste it to the root of your SD card, or if you have a dedicated folder where you store your VPKs, that's where you're going to paste it. Now for the game data file. Given that you have acquired the game data files by yourself or whatever means, just go into the data folder of your PlayStation Vita. This is where you're going to paste the Conduit's game data file. Give it a moment to have it pasted. I'm going to be showing you guys the next steps on the PlayStation Vita. Okay, so time to install the VPK file. Just go ahead and find conduit.vpk. Go through with the installation process. Alright, there's 2 more homebrew apps that you're going to be needing. If you do not have them installed, just go to the links in the description and you can find the download links for both of those homebrew apps. Those who have been following my unofficial ports tutorial videos, you should be all set. You can just go on and enjoy the game. Now this step is for the first time users or new users. So yeah, these are the 2 homebrew apps. First, start off with Auto Plugin 2. We're going to install 2 plugins with the help of this app. Go into Vita plugins, install plugins. First one that you're going to install should be QBridge by the official Flow. The second one should be either one of these 2. Install either Repatch by .tb or FDFix by the official Flow, and then restart your PlayStation Vita. After that, go ahead and run Sharkbreed. Here you don't have to do much. Let it do its thing. It's going to connect to the internet and download the runtime packages and stuff like that. If you're going to run into any kind of issues, just go ahead and check out my video where I show you guys which necessary plugins to install on your jailbroken PlayStation Vita in order to avoid unnecessary errors. So yeah, you can follow that tutorial if you're running into any kind of issues despite following these steps. Exit out of Sharkbreed and run the Conduit.
It all begins with a simple question, one that was never meant to be answered.
So this is a very badass game. It kind of reminds me of Half-Life and a little bit of Project Snowball. Now I don't know if you guys have heard about that game. I think it was made or published by Ubisoft. And yeah, that game was set in a dystopian future where the graphics were kind of similar to this. Maybe that's why, like, you know, it kind of reminds me of that. But it definitely has the Half-Life vibe to it. It's a pretty good game, I would say. I played this on my Android device because yeah, I think it used to crash on my Android phone after a certain level or something like that. So yeah, man, it's just that games like this is even making me fall in love with the Vita even more. I always enjoyed this console. The Vita had, I've said this numerous times, the Vita has so much of potential to it, which was totally overlooked by Sony. But given that the community, but the love from the community that it receives right now, thanks to these awesome guys who are constantly supporting the handheld by porting so many games onto the console. We never had too many of first-person shooter games on the Vita, except Call of Duty and Resistance. There was one Resistance game, I think Burning Skies, if I am not wrong, along with Killzone Mercenaries. And I think there is only a handful of first-person shooter games, so this being added to the Vita's library, which plays so well, is an amazing addition, I would say. Another thing is that if I'm not getting or facing any kind of laggings or any kind of issues of that sort, however, if you do receive any kind of issues, then definitely you can overclock the PlayStation Vita. However, I haven't shown you guys in any video where how to do that. If you have any knowledge in regards to overclocking of the PlayStation Vita, then please, by all means, if you face any kind of issues, then go ahead and do so. However, I would say, me personally, I'm not too much in favor of overclocking, especially handheld consoles, because it kind of puts stress on the battery life and other parts of the console as well. But if it's needed, then it's needed, right? So you can't just have a laggy experience, especially with games like these where you need to have nice and seamless experience. So yeah, man. So yeah, this was the Conduit HD for the PlayStation Vita, a very new addition to the Vita library. Hope you are going to enjoy this game and found this tutorial useful. And if you did, please make sure to drop in a like and subscribe. That's going to mean a lot to me. Yeah, stay tuned for more of these, because I have told you guys before that I'll be covering most of these, almost all of these, if not majority of these PlayStation Vita unofficial ports. So yeah, this was the Conduit HD for the PlayStation Vita, and
What is happening to me?
yeah, time to wrap this video up. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Dr. Root 7 signing off. Peace.